For example, let's say that you say, I understand that you took credit for my work, and I set the record straight.
I really don't think you get what's going on.
I understand you believe that, but I know that you took credit for my work, and I set the record straight.
I don't think you get it.
I understand you believe that, but I also understand that you took credit for my work, and I set the record straight. Now, before I get into the next 4 phrases and how to respond to them, don't let me forget, I have the king kahuna of power scripts to deliver to a narcissist to get them eating out of the palm of your hand after you use it. Number 2.
It's not my fault.
Or some version of that. Now, to preface this one, remember that when you're speaking to a narcissist, in general, you want to use the passive voice. The reason I want to use the passive voice when I'm, for example, telling them, you are to blame for that, or you did this, you made a mistake, you're doing that wrong. The reason I want to use the passive voice is because they think I'm an idiot. They think you're an idiot. They think everyone who is not them is an idiot. And there's nothing that I can do to disabuse them of that notion, nor do I want to, nor do I care. What I'm trying to do is make my life at work easier. If you give them the power to decide who you are, that's where it all stops, and we can't go any further. So I'm talking to those who have decided, I'm taking my joy back, and I'm reclaiming my power, and I just want this nonsense to move along to the next victim, because
you will not find that victim here.
To do that, when I am assessing blame,
because sometimes we need to do that,
and I have found that the narcissist is the one, in fact, to blame, remember that instead of saying, you did this, use the passive voice, this was done. Instead of you're making a mistake is obviously being made. Instead of you're doing that the wrong way, that is being done the wrong way. So don't say what they are doing, just say what is being done. That said, even when you put it that way, when it comes time for them to take responsibility, they're not going to do that. They're going to say some version of,
hey, that's not my fault.
So when they say that, you say this. Well, I'm not really interested in assessing blame. I'm simply interested in correcting the problem.
Well, then you're coming to the wrong place because I did not cause the problem.
Well, I'm not really interested in assessing blame. I'm interested in solving the problem. And you keep saying that. And if you know that they are the one causing the problem, I am not interested in assessing blame. I'm here to correct the problem. Now, I'm going to proceed. Let them know who's in charge. But you don't want to go too overboard and say,
I know it's your fault and you have to take responsibility.
They don't have to take responsibility, nor do I care if they take responsibility. I just want them to know I'm not even acknowledging the nonsense that's coming out of your mouth anymore. It's done. So I'm not interested in assessing blame. I'm interested in correcting the problem, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to proceed. That's it. That's the message that I'm sending to you, no more, no less. And we are getting to the big kahuna. But remember, members, if you have a question, leave that in the comments and I will get to it first in tomorrow's show. If you are not yet a member and you'd like to have your questions answered first, hitting that join button means you will have priority. You have to at least hit subscribe. That's how you get your invitation. You ready? Let's move along.
Why are you doing this to me?
Okay. Narcissists will try to make it personal. They will try to drag you in and ask you,
why are you doing this? I'm a victim. Why are you doing this? I'm a victim.
You have to let them know. According to Steve Jobs, there's only a certain amount of slots that we each have for relationships. Yours are all taken. Your dance card is full. There is no relationship here.
Why are you doing this to me?
When they say that, you say this. There is no you. There is no me. It is an impossibility that I could be doing this to you because that would imply that there is a relationship between us, and there is none. Ours is a strictly professional relationship, and I'll thank you for keeping it that way.
Why are you doing this to me?
Nancy, again, there is no you. There is no me. It is an impossibility that I'm doing something to you because that would imply that there is something more than a professional relationship between the two of us, and there is not. There is no you or me. You gotta let them know. By the way, if you're benefiting from this content, please like this channel and subscribe to it, and that'll get you the invite, remember, to tomorrow's live show.
You don't understand.
Narcissistic gaslighters will try to not only confuse the issue and make it about them and that they are the victim, they will also try to get you to question your understanding of reality. So don't buy into that. You do understand. And remember, they think you're an idiot. When they say that, you say this. I understand you don't believe I understand. Do you understand that my answer is no? Or, I understand that you believe I don't understand. Do you understand that I don't see it the same way? I understand that you believe I do not understand. Do you understand that you've asked for my approval and I have not given it to you?
You don't understand.
Well, that may be. But I understand that you believe I don't understand. Do you understand that you've asked for my approval and that I have not given it to you? That's my question. Make it very clear. And do not stray from the issue. Their number one goal is to get us off issue, to get us to believe they're a victim, to draw us into their web. Don't do that. Instead, I understand you believe I don't understand. Do you understand that you just asked me for my approval and I have denied it? Do you understand? Whatever it may be, they could be your boss, they could be your coworker, they could be your employee. You've got to set boundaries, and we're about to get to the grand kahuna of boundary setting that will get the meeting out of the palm of your hand in a moment. But remember that what you're doing here is you're being perfectly fair. You're just not letting them control the conversation. You don't want to control the conversation either. This is a two-way street, but if they're veering off of that street, you need to get them back on that street. That's all you're doing. That is fair, that is professional, that is courteous, that's even, dare I say, loving. Do that. Let them know where you're going and that you will, if they fall off the track, help them back on it and steer them to your destination, which is determined not by them, but by you. And finally, number 5.
It's not that big of a deal.
So when they say that, you say this. I understand that this is not a big deal to you. I'm not talking about your feelings. I'm not talking about your judgment. I'm not talking about your perspective. I'm talking about mine. Do you understand that? Ask them, do you understand this? Because you want to get them in the position where if they were to say no, they would be foolish. You want them to have to say,
Well, yes, I understand that.
Good, then we're done here. That's all I need to know, that you understand. My answer is this, my feelings are that, my judgment is this, my response is that. That's all you need to know. We're done. Goodbye. If you don't understand that, well, I don't know if I can help you. They don't want to admit that they don't understand because they understand everything. So the moment they say something such as,
Well, I understand that.
Good, then we're done here. That's it. That's it. When the opportunity arises and you have identified somebody as a narcissist, not just somebody who's a little self-centered, but a real clinical narcissist. They have narcissistic personality disorder, NPD. Remember that they think in terms of we and them, with me or against me. And they know what to do with that. They use those who are with them and they wage war against those who are against them. So I don't want to be against them. That just does not serve me. Why would I want an enemy in the office? Why would I want an adversary? Why would I want a war in the office? Life is already difficult enough. What I just want is to let you know I'm not playing those games. I have work to do, and cut the cord that they have been using to feed off of you and suck the energy out of you. That's what you want to do. So while I'm normally not a big proponent of being dismissive,
We have to play the card we're dealt.
and we have to care first about ourselves and our own physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Therefore, what you want to do is let a narcissist know, you don't matter to me. But not just saying it, you gotta let them know it. You don't matter. You might think I'm this, you might think I'm that, you might be mad, you might be hurt, you might whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter. I'm not against you. How could I be against you? You don't matter. Now, I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is this. Let's say that their name is Nancy, Narcissistic Nancy. And for this one, you can use the desk script. Very simple. If you have been with me in my other courses, I have a new one out, The Secrets of Professional Communication Mastery. Check it out. It's the bomb. It'll help you get quick scripts off the top of your head to use in situations like this. For example, you might want to use a desk script. And it goes something like this. Nancy, I have to be frank with you. Hey, I apologize because evidently I may have led you to think that there's something here that is not here. And I apologize for that. So I have to be clear, there's nothing here. And it's not that I dislike you. It's that for me to judge you on that level would presuppose that we had a relationship that we do not. And I must not have made that clear up until now. So let me do that so that there's no more confusion going forward. You don't have to worry about me disliking you or liking you or getting mad at you or trying to sabotage you. I'm incapable of doing that because I'm incapable of having a relationship of any sort with you. Is there anything there that you don't understand? See how simple that was? Now, there's no way you could misinterpret that message that I just sent you. And I could say that in front of anybody. I could write that. I could publish it in the newspaper. I am above reproach. Now, we'll be talking about this more in our live episode. So remember, it's our goal to just let them know, I'm not playing these games. I have work to do. And from that point forward, when they know they don't even care about me, they've got to care about me. They will try everything they can. They will start to try to do you favors because they think that that'll get into your good graces. They will try to say good things about you so that they can then manipulate you and use you and abuse you later on. So do not fall for it. But they will respect you more. They might not like you more. They will respect you more, and they will try to manipulate you. So don't let them do that. And if that person that you're dealing with is your boss, watch this video for some specific tips for that. You'll love it.